And Juran's gonna do it anyway. I really want to have her leading the unit. I guess I don't have her assigned a rank at all anyway, so it's not gonna happen. This should be okay. Send them with ships. Okay, so they're going to take a little bit of a long way. What I'm going to do as well is move some of my better guys down to Liu Yong, because they were all up north taking on this city. Sun Jian can stay. He is very good, but he can command so many guys that if you fill his unit up, he ends up really eating the food faster than you need him to, or that you want him to. We'll send Liu Ye, because I think he's got an S in weaponry. Yeah, Liu Ye and Wu Ji as well. But I believe he is in the other city already, so these guys should be enough. I'll take them 10 days, I believe that just said, so... quickly do inspections. And we've also got Ling Tong up there. Ling Tong's pretty good as well, so he can deal with anyone who happens to march on us if they do. Quickly mop this unit up. Steal some more food. 3,000 food. Alright. Not too shabby. So Buchan and Lianggang both escaped. Oh, sweet. Hui Ji is actually pretty good. I think he's got a leadership in the low 90s. Yeah, 90 leadership with some decent other stats here, like War of 78, Intel 72. They're not great, but with a 90 leadership, it's pretty good. An S in Navy. Alright, happy to have him. Zhao Fan, Zhang Hui's army. Alright, so He Jin got his title. And Han Dang's party has arrived in Liu Yong, so we can march some guys out. So send Zhou Tai to head up a unit. He's got the Divine Water skill, so he's going to be doing some decent damage against that port, if it even comes to it. It might not even be standing by the time he gets out there. Alright, so he can actually command it with Liu Kang. And let's send, who else do we send? Let's send Sun Jing. Why not? 12,000 of 41,000. Yeah, he can build. He can take pikes. Send him with a ship as well. Right, so Lu Su is going to buy more food since we had income again. I definitely need to send a siege unit, so we'll send Liu Ye. We won't be able to use his range ability. That specifically applies to catapults and towers, but this should be okay. And then we need someone with a decent war to help him out, so we'll send Huang Gai. Huang Gai is an archer general, but I mean, we've already got Sun Shangjiang going, and Zheng Qin is coming back too, so I don't normally send a third guy with the siege unit, so we'll just do that. We won't give them ships or anything. We'll just send them out as is. So I've got a bow unit, a pike unit, and then we're going to march out a spear unit. This one will be headed by Jiling, and then we're going to send Sun Ce out with it as well. I think Sun Ce will probably end up commanding it. Yeah, and Sun Ce has a crit portrait in the game. Jiling is a custom portrait. I believe it was based off Zhou Tai's portrait, but I'll have plenty of opportunity to show that off, because Jiling is going to be running units by himself eventually, or if not by himself, he'll be the man in charge as long as I have another spear general with an S in there. So Sun Ce, Jiling, and let's send Lu Xun with them with spears, and this should be more than enough. This will definitely be enough to take this city out, but then we still have 39,000. So what I'm going to do is also order a transport unit. This can be Chung Pu, and we're just going to send it out with just him. I'm going to send, say, 19,000 troops. A little bit of gold, I suppose. Yeah, this should be okay. And then I do this so that at least once we take the city, we've got a fresh amount of troops to just put in it, and it's not going to take as long to drill everybody up and everything. So we can have these guys head back. And hopefully, actually, Sun Hao can do this now. We can... Oh, I made a mistake. You actually need to leave one troop in there. So having 0, I can't actually make a transport order. So I'll have to wait for one of these guys to get back before Sun Hao can march out with my monies to the main city. So let's see here. Let's see if we can search. Oh, right on. So we got Yang's bow, which is better than I hoped for. I thought we were just going to get like 60, 70 gold or something like that. So that is perfect. One thing I have to learn to do specifically for this playthrough, I normally micromanage the moves, and when I select a guy, I'll just select the exact square he's going to, but I need to just tell them to auto-follow units or annihilate or set an objective and just let them kind of go, otherwise it's going to take me forever to do a lot of this stuff. Alright, there we go. So now I can transport with Sun Hao. Oh, not food. Gold. Then order him back. Have Junction actually go right to the city, because we're maybe going to send him out afterwards. Send him out. He'll get to the party a little late, but he'll more than catch up when we actually march down this way. Alright, and our farms are finished. Yeah, so our harvest is actually going up from, I think it was 5,000 and change, up to 10,000, so... Getting close to 2,000 tactic points. I wonder if we just want to start researching something in the meantime. Reinforced axles is a good one to have early, since siege weapons move so slow. So we're going to do that. We've got enough gold here, so we'll do that. Incidentally, we're using 3 really good generals up there, but we've got more than enough talent down here to be taking the cities that we need. So I'll bank those action points. Alright, so what's going on here anyway? Alright. This stuff here is poison. It's only in this part of the map, in the very southwest corner, down by Yunnan, that you get these poison tiles, and if you walk over them, you take a little bit of damage. I guess they kind of simulate like hot, humid, jungly areas where there's a lot of like thick air and kind of just decay and stuff. I guess it's really bad for the lungs and the health, and that's what those squares are. So let's see here. Let's drill the one troop. May as well go over here and have Jian Ye go back. I don't know if I need... Yeah, I've got plenty of armaments here to ship north if I need to. So, we'll just bank some more action points. Alright, so Lebo has escaped. Alright, so all the plague subsided in those cities. Alright. So now we're going to need to... Oh, actually it's not even going to take that long to get all that trained back up. So this is our transport unit way ahead of everybody. So we're actually just going to have him move here and off of auto move because he's going to get way ahead. And the transport units, they can attack, but they have such a low value. Like, yeah, an attack of 15, defense of 13 on the water here as opposed to, you know, 73 and 73. All right. So let's do our inspections because we went to a new month and collected taxes. And next turn, our reinforced axles will be done. The thing that's great about these techs is the officers involved get quite a few deeds for doing it. As well, it really helps them build their stats. When officers execute certain commands, they're associated with whatever skill. Like if you're drilling troops, that goes according to your war. If you're recruiting troops, that goes according to your charisma. And there's like a hidden system where every time you do one of these commands, you kind of accumulate experience, and your guys will get stat boosts. So when it comes to some of these techniques, the ones specifically in command, I believe, are war-related. Like the related aptitude is war for these. So I like to put the high war generals researching these, even if you have to take them off the front line for a bit, because there's a good chance that doing 2 or 3 of these, you know, they'll get maybe a 2 or 3 point boost in their war ability. So, okay. So now that we've actually marched everybody out and have enough troops and everything, we're finally starting to bank some points. Or bank action points, at least. Okay, so our siege weapons will be moving much more quickly. Alright, we are food sufficient for now, I'm sure, but it's getting close. Yeah, we're starting to get more and more food here, I believe, so it's good I'm not having to reward anyone right now. Alright, Liu Yong, the deeds that he got from researching actually pushed him over the edge here. So as good as Liu Yong is as a strategist, he's actually good enough to just be leading units militarily, I found, especially after my last playthrough. So we'll put Sun Quan up there. I think that's who I want in there. Or I can't put Sun Shangjiang in there right now because she's on the move, but she will be getting an upgrade soon. That was an oversight on my part. Alright. So now that we're getting close, we can actually take real command here. And this thing's going to fall in 2 or 3 attacks, I think. Well, maybe not quite that fast. Alright. Chung Pu can wait it out for now. Yeah, so he's recruiting a bit up here, but it's still not going to matter. The Ram is going to take the city down in about 3 or 4 attacks. Or not the Ram, the Juggernaut. It'll be fairly quick. It'll be over almost as quickly as it starts. So that's the awesome critical portrait of Zhou Tai. That one got altered, like I said, to do Jiling, as well the altered portrait for Wei Yan, who is down here working for Han Chuan. It was based off that as well. The Jiling one, you can tell it was a fan-made one. It's not of the utmost quality, but it's still pretty good. The Wei Yan portrait, though, looks phenomenal. It looks like it was actually done by the game artist. Like, it looks like it was something that would have been included with the game. It's that well put together. Okay. And these guys quickly bringing up the rear. Leery about recruiting still, since we're playing catch up with the food all the time, and the more guys you have, the more quickly they eat through that food supply. But I guess we are still making decent cash, so let's quickly save it again. Again, I'm going to be saving fairly often just because this game is that unstable. What am I doing here? Chung Pu. Just have him wait for now. So Yushu. Okay, so Sima Yi got his title, and the Yellow Turban Army is looking at us poorly, which is just fine. Okay, so he uselessly douses the fire. Alright, I think we have enough to just go in and melee that thing, so we will... what is he? Spear. So, Zhoutai is pikes, so if we take the port with Shusheng, we should be able to kill it, I think. Let's hope it's enough. Nope, not quite. That was unfortunate. Okay, so we can still just incinerate this. This will leave it completely open because it was taken by a ranged attack, so his unit will be able to move right in and just retake it. So they might throw more troops into it, but I'm okay with that. So instead, actually I can just move Chengpu in here and have them remain. So now we have 19,000 troops in this port. We can have... Oh, Zhoutai doesn't have quite enough. I thought he was going to be able to move here and then attack this spear unit, but that is not the case. I don't think I can even get close enough to attack that way, so we'll just throw everybody as close to the port as we can, and then we'll march out next turn at him. Alright, finally done drilling up there. I'm actually going to march a unit. Might as well get some deeds on these guys, and this will be relevant eventually. Let's see. Let's send them out with Zhou Yu, because he's got a good political skill. So we will send them out with, say, 2,000 gold. Set them up with spears, just because we can. Or would we rather do... Let's do crossbows, since we can get more guys doing that. It doesn't actually affect our build rating at all, which is what I'm going to be doing here. I'm going to send them out with gold, and then we're going to build archer turrets here and here. It's because I don't plan on expanding north for a little bit, so I might as well build up a defensible position. That way, if we do get attacked, we've got a preliminary line of defense, I guess you could say. Okay. Zhoutai's unit did not move, so let's do that. Alright. Probably another debate. We will not watch the debate. I do want to see what this officer is, though. Jian Ye, who was injured. So again, we can't see his stats. Detection is decent. I don't find that I get strategies used on me by the AI that often, so I don't think it's going to play into my plans too much. This move into the forest is kind of mystifying. I'm not exactly sure what he was doing there. So let's... use our superior pikes against his spears. Inflict heavy damage. What do we got here? Bows. This is a spear general. I have a feeling we're going to confuse him. Yeah. Move our juggernauts nice and close to the city. And then Shusheng will just go in for a straight up attack here. Can't shoot him because he's in the forest. I couldn't rake him far enough out. And then we'll just have Chengpu sit in the port for now, doing nothing. Alright, so... unfortunately, it's a little awkward here. Like, at least they've given us squares. I suspect that this should have been a swamp, but they made it grassland here so that you can build on it. You can't build structures on swamp, so we're going to build an archer turret right here. The AI does like to attack your buildings when they come at you. They will take time out of their schedule to plunder your stuff. So at least these turrets will be able to hold off a little bit that way. Okay. There we go. So we have not a whole lot of food left. It's because we sent out a lot of food there. What's our food like down here? Not great, not bad though. We've got a lot of gold, so I'll worry about that in a bit. I'm sure at some point one of these cities is going to run out of food and I'm going to look really foolish, but that's just the way it happens when you play with mostly markets and you're me. Alright, so let's... Yeah, see, it's like a little dragon breathing fire there, and it did almost 1,000 hit points to the city, so nice and big damage. So we will rake him out of the forest. Not working. Okay. And unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get him out of the forest at all anyway. So we'll just rush, maybe kill him. Yeah. And then we can get an incinerate attack on the city. What we can do is move him up one square next turn and then actually use the secondary tactic, penetrate, and it'll hit both squares here. And it does, I believe, do extra damage. I've used the shower command and hit the city, but it doesn't seem to do as much damage as you would expect for the amount of willpower that it costs, so I won't be doing that. Alright, so once you build the unit, it's just going to, or build the structure, it's going to stay like that, and then you have to start using the repair command to get it the full way up. But what you can do then is if you have multiple units in the vicinity, you can have the first one start it, and then the other ones in the area repair it. You can put up decent structures in, you know, a fraction of the time, so. And we're still not having to reward our officers, unless I have just completely gone crazy again and I have a benevolent rule. Yeah, benevolent rule here, and another one in my main city. So I keep checking like it's going to matter, and it's definitely not. Alright, so Zhang Shun. Actually, Zhang Shun is someone I probably should have looked into acquiring. I believe he's a cavalry general. But he might show up pretty quickly here, wanting to join us, so... Okay, so let's quickly bring down the rest of the city here. Oh, we failed on that. So we're going to get attacked back, which is bad. 437, and we took only 268 back. That's not bad. The cities usually do attack back fairly efficiently. So we're just going to use fire attacks with the rest of the guys, because I don't want to be throwing men at the walls if I don't have to. There we go. And because we have Liu Shun, he has chain reaction. When we got our fire to go off, it went off twice. If you have other units in the area and you use a strategy on them, it'll hit multiple units with it. So he's pretty good for that. I didn't take advantage of him that much in my previous playthrough, but I'm gonna try and do that this time since it seems pretty good. Right, and our food is getting dangerously low here, so let's just do that. Alright, we're food sufficient. Problem is we actually sent out a decent amount of food with this unit, but let's see if we can find anyone here. Gold. More gold. Can't always get an item. Actually, I've been really lucky. 2 items already on this playthrough, and it's seldom that I actually see them. So I really can't be too upset. Okay. We might actually be able to take this out this turn. So let's penetrate, hit both squares. How many hit points are left? 482. So maybe we won't actually be able to do this. Nope. It'll have to be next turn. One measly little attack. And then we'll march this guy out. Actually, why don't we just do that right now? All max. Leave a tiny bit of gold. It doesn't really matter, but he might not actually make it to the city from there in one move, so we'll do that. And build our second tower here. Okay. Food getting dangerously low. We have 2 more turns. It says we're food sufficient, but I don't know if I want to dip that low. Yeah, we'll send these guys back to Liu Yong. Except good old Sun Hao. Okay, so Showtime, Liu Kang in that unit, Jiling, Lu Xun, Sinsa. I'm going to use this unit to take the city since they'll get the lion's share of the deeds. If I use a surround attack, I think all the units get some deeds, but it's very little. Whereas this unit will get a fair amount of deeds for capturing the city. So I definitely want to be getting Jiling as many deeds as he can. So we'll give him the coup de grace there. Alright, so Liu Yong. I guess we can try and employ him. What do we got here? 2 decent political officers in Yangtze and Lu Kai. Gu Yong as well, actually. What are these guys' skills at? Enlister, Shan Yue Tai's efficacy, another efficacy. That's pretty good. So we might as well just try and select all these guys for prisoners. Liu Yong submits. Lu Kai. Okay, so we'll take the rest prisoner. Okay, so we'll march the rest of the guys into the city. And then we will quickly drill the troops. We've got a decent amount of food, and it's not too far to Wu, so we will drill the troops. Oh, wow. That is... Okay, so Lu Bu has taken Chua down here. He doesn't have a officer down there, but he can easily dispatch one there if he felt like it. So I don't know if he's going to try and get involved or not, but we're going to send our guys down here anyway and try and attack Wu once we get everything going here. We should get down there. Even if he sends a general, like, we should be okay. I've got some decent war generals down here to deal with that, but that's just odd. It's weird how the AI likes to snap up these ports even if they don't matter that much. Like, it's a logistical nightmare to get troops from Shapi all the way down there because you've got to sail all the way around this friggin' peninsula. It's just mind-boggling what they do sometimes. Alright, so let's finish this tower. And then we can send him back. Now that we've got all our guys in the city, we can start upgrading these guys a bit. So we'll move Jiling, give him the next spot there. Since I'm actually going to give him the spot over Cheng Pu, just because I see him leading bigger units than Cheng Pu for sure. And Sun Changjiang, where are you? Perfect. And what do we have for deeds? So 11. Liu Yong, it has enough deeds to get up there. He's not somebody I care about that much to upgrade though. Lu Xun, on the other hand, go. Alright, so we'll save that up. And I'm going to go ahead, and I'm not sure if I'm going to start the next video immediately after this, or if I'm going to save you a little bit of a headache and actually just go ahead and drill these troops off camera and get ready to invade. We'll see when we start the next video. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you with the next episode.